All right, we're back. Finally, after like 2 months or so. It's not actually Heroes. It's a little bit different now. We kind of ended the Friday campaign we were on, and we've moved it to Sunday night, which makes all the difference in the world. We also have added some people, changed some stuff around. Some people are playing some different characters. We're not forgetting about that campaign, but we might come back to it someday. We just felt like this night worked better, and we needed a fresh start with it. So
We're a
this
whole new
campaign,
team.
this campaign's not going to be as dark, so that may be better for everybody. So we're just going to see how it goes. So just going around the board. I am Dr. Diz _ DM. You can find me on Twitch and on Twitter, but I'm not very good at the social media. So shooting it over to the blob of people to my right here. We've got Excusitis.
That is me.
I think
Or
he's working
X.
on a board game, card game.
Yeah.
So we might hear something about that in
Trying.
the future. Anything else?
Oh yeah.
Anything else you're working on?
I'm about to go to the University of Texas to study.
Oh,
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I'm just
no
kidding. I'm
person
not.
He couldn't get into UT. He couldn't get into
What
UT
do you-
in Tennessee.
Hey,
I
I work at
made it to
There's
8th
so
grade.
many
I'm proud of
Tennessee
myself.
people.
I work at a community college. We'll take you.
Well, I didn't make it in community college.
You got a tuition check? We'll take you.
He got kicked out of the last community college.
Well, to be fair. Okay, that's a story for another time.
yeah. All right, so jumping right to your left there, we've got Josh. You can find him in his room there.
Ripping
Josh-
my grandmother's blanket. Yes, thank you.
Josh DM's a game for us where I get to play as a player, and we don't stream it, but we have a lot of fun. So maybe one day he'll stream some stuff. I don't know. Maybe not.
It's a lot of effort. I don't know.
It is a lot of effort. All right, so we got Russ up next. Russ is our resident wild card, usually. So
Chaos
So-
incarnate.
Yeah,
Accurate.
may still try to hold on to that. Not as much,
maybe not.
Just kind of for like pride's sake, you know what I mean?
All right, so the next row down, we've got the streamers, kind of. So we'll start with Sly Guy. So you kind of went with a little bit of rebranding, so it's
Big Slide TV.
Big Sly
Absolutely
TV now.
everywhere because I'm still better than Clan Diesel.
And if you're watching, Clan Diesel is available on WoW if you want to build a character. So
Is it really available now? You deleted yours?
I think it-
Don't, please don't.
I'm going right now.
so. Kyle, what's going on with you?
Not much. Just streaming WoW, Destiny, and getting ready to make a comeback to Ark.
Yeah. I may play a little bit of that with you. So
Yeah. You got to get it on Steam though, because playing without mods is never gonna happen again. That shit's
Yeah.
too powerful.
yeah. All right. So next we got Rican.
Yeah,
So,
hi, that's me. Hi. Hello.
Talk to the people. Tell them.
Hello. Yeah, you can find me at It's Me Rican in most places, but not Twitter because It's American has It's Me Rican, so I'm just It Me Rican. You can follow my journey from a dad bod to a rad bod at www.itsmeregan.com. And yeah, that's about it. Use code Clan
Mark's
Diesel.
Already read.
Go Clan Diesel. Save 15%. Clan Diesel.
Hey guys, it's me, Clan Diesel. While I'm not getting shit on by these guys, I like streaming along Moonlight Walks on the Beach. You can find me most everywhere at Clan Diesel, except on Facebook where it's Clan Diesel Streams, because fuck these guys. I don't care. It's a good name.
All right. Funny guy.
Yep.
All right. So bottom row, we've got Anna. Anything going on, Anna? You want to share with the world?
I'm gonna make a lot of owl noises in this campaign, and my Instagram is the Miracle Snow. I wear a lot of fancy clothing, and as you can tell, I am decked in feathers. That is my life currently.
Feathers is
Also, can,
Fancy
since they're at
clothes
the
and feathers sounds
bottom,
like a band.
can we call them the foundation of the Tower of Power?
the foundation of the Tower of Power.
Yep.
Speaking of the
The
foundation,
doublest of the Bucks himself, Double Buck. What's going on, Double Buck?
Well, I mean, after getting ripped out of my home of Azeroth to come play with you guys, that's about all you can do is find me there.
Yep.
Slaying
He's our resident WoW player. If you need to know anything, you ask Buck, and he will lay it out for you. So
he's also, to be fair, the mod god for
yes,
almost
Most
every
everybody
streamer
in here.
that streams
for
here.
for everyone.
I try.
and he is also our newbie player. So it's first time he's played. So this is his first session, besides the session 0. But this is his first live session. So
Whoop, whoop. Welcome.
And I'm already missing Azeroth.
yeah.
I'm missing Herbivore Island.
Well, that's because you can't play the game without being in a safe zone.
I'm missing Sunday Night Football.
I'm missing a lot of burned forests.
I'm missing Rican because his camera went off.
No.
I'm missing my children.
Did
only
his
have
camera
one.
really go off, or did he just want to be one of
No,
the?
his camera's off.
His camera's on. All right, so we'll just jump right into it. We've already did some 0 sessions to lead into the campaign. This kind of led all the characters to where we're going to be starting session 1. This campaign is based around our previous Saturday night campaign that ran for 4 years. It ended, and it ended in, I think, October maybe, or November.
October.
And we took a little time off, and now we're gonna come back with this one. This campaign and another campaign that we're going to be running on Saturday nights, alternating weeks, happens 1,000 years after that campaign ends. During that time, there's been a lot of warring in Faerun. Some of the cities have formed into city-states, aligning themselves with other cities and claiming territory. And they warred for many, many years until the Underdark armies came up and started attacking Karator and Faerun and Zakara. And not expecting it, Faerun reunited and pushed back and was able to defeat the Underdark armies. But something occurred that nobody actually knows what happened. They call it just the Cataclysm. And a large piece of land between Faerun, Karator, and Zakara ends up just disappearing from existence. Soldiers were on the field. There was probably innocent bystanders. Just disappears. And now there is just a large ocean where that land used to be. Karator is a fraction of the size it used to be. And the northern section of the wastelands of Karator is a place that people do not go there anymore. And rarely do you even hear anybody speak of it. The southern portion of Karator is still occupied by a lot of dragon-born societies, but the northern section is kind of off limits. And going on from there, the group here, they are coming together on the continent of Oss, which is, if you imagine Faerun or Toril as our world, it would be kind of like Australia. And the continent of Oss is very similar to Australia, where pretty much everything wants to kill you. So we're probably really warm. There's probably not going to be any snow anywhere, and everything is trying to kill you at all times. So as we come into the setting here, all the characters are converging on the city of Mondovas, which is on the northern coastline of Oss. It is a city that has been there for roughly about, I think it's 40 years, and it has an inner city surrounded by a large stone wall that has a lot of military presence there. It has also some outside of the walls. It has some small, suburban type areas. We'll say not really. It's kind of run down. A lot of those places are, and little like not really shanty towns, but not really as high quality as the homes and buildings you'll find in the inner city. Less protective. There's farmland around it. A lot of the cities in Faerun have kind of a steampunk feel at this point, where technology has kind of surged, and some of that technology does bleed over into these colonies in Oz, but not as much as you'll see later in some of those cities in Faerun. You will see an airship from time to time coming into Mondovas, but mostly ships roll in from the ocean, bringing passengers and supplies and military goods and stuff. So as we dial on in closer, we find two of our player characters, Elril and new name. So hang on a second, Wynora. I got used to the other name. Sorry. We kind of dial in on them as they're making their way through the inner city on their way to a temple of Lathander. I'll let you guys kind of just give a brief description of your characters as you're kind of making your way through the streets.
Making our way downtown. Oh wait, wrong character.
Not the bard. You want to go first?
Sure. I'll do it. I'll take the bullet. So yes, I am playing a female character. This is a lot like what she looks like, except she will have gauges in both of her ears. They're about 1 inch in diameter, so they're pretty good size. And connected to the gauges is another chain that comes down, and on the bottom of it is little skulls. So like skull earrings on a chain going through the gauges themselves. Her skin complexion is a little bit more purple, not like a very vibrant sort of purple, but has like that hint of purple to it. And her veins are really blue. She's got one blue eye, one yellow eye. Her right eye is blue, left eye is yellow. Her hair is multicolored, just like that, because magic only exists for the purpose of coloring hair. That's not true, by the way.
It's been proven.
It's not proven yet. She does have a choker. Her choker is actually black, and it's covering up a whole thing of scars that kind of go around her neck, and like poor stitching and sewing back together. And she does have a warhammer that she carries. This looks like a maul or a warhammer. I looked up both images and they both look the same, but she has a warhammer that she likes to use. Carrying 4 javelins. She's got some hand axes, and her jacket is about the same. This is really much this character. She's 7 foot tall, wears platform boots, so it gives her another 2 inches or so of height. And on her boots, on the front where they clasp together, are little skulls that go around it. And on her left arm, she's got a tattoo of a snake with a rose strangling the snake. And I really think that just about sums her up for the most part.
Yeah, so Elril, from what most people would be able to see of Elril, all you would really get is this nice dark leather armor with a green, like full draping cloak, hood pulled up, with the scarf coming around covering mouth and nose. All you'd really be able to see for the most part are the crystal blue eyes that are almost backlit, like there's some form of light inside of him. But if you were able to get through that, you'd see very fair skin color, blonde hair pulled into a nice tight man bun, lean, 6'4", like 180, so real tall but real skinny. Yeah, that's about it. He's nothing too fancy with his appearance.
Oh, yeah, you just remind me. I'm about 265 or so in weight. Amazon woman.
I mean, you're 7 foot, so.
Yeah,
Easy to-
it makes sense.
Easy to spot in a crowd.
Oh, very much. Well, yeah, that's true.
So as they're walking down the street, I mean, even El Real kind of towers over quite a few people. He's not short by any means either. As you're making your way through the streets, you notice that the streets inside the city are of much better quality. They're like a cobblestone, while the outside is just kind of dirt roads. As you make your way through some of the districts there, passing by shops of various imported goods, you finally come to the church, and on the front of it there is a sign, kind of arched over in stone, and scratched into it is the Perpetual Pantheon. And you see like a statue kind of back behind it. Near the doors, there's two double doors on either side of the statue, and El Real, you would recognize this as an image of like an avatar of Lathander. He's kind of standing there in almost like a battle stance. You notice that he's holding the statue's holding two swords. Both of them kind of come up and have a
curve.
an arch in them, a curve in them, and he's just kind of in a battle stance.
Almost as if they were like Kopeshes.
Kind of, yeah, a little bit.
I forgot to explain something very important that people
What-
should probably know about my
What was
appearance.
that?
I have manta ray fins on my back, by the way.
Damn.
Just to let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of important, I think.
Substantial.
Substantially. Okay, back to it. Sorry.
So you approach. There's stairs going up, stone stairs that kind of curve around. They lead up to the entryway to the temple. Nobody going in or out. There are people walking up and down the streets, and you hear people, crying in the distance about selling food and stuff like that, or different goods.
No, I'd walk right into the temple.
Okay.
And
You walk
look
up,
around
open the
for-
doors. As you open the doors, it's very warm outside. It's almost like a cool breeze comes out and hits you as you open the doors, and you walk inside. There's like, it leads into this small room, with another pair of double doors straight ahead. The floors are this like black and green marble, kind of swirled, making different, like various patterns. The columns that were outside, that kind of design follows inside here, even though the room isn't very tall. There are two columns on each side, and there's a short walk to the other double doors. As you walk forward and open those doors, it opens up into this large cathedral room. There's lots of pews going up. I'd say there's probably, there's probably 15 to 20 rows, and then they're in like about 6 sections. I mean, it's a very large room, and at the end of the room you see like an altar, and you see a very short character, robed in like white with like some gold trimming, talking with a taller female human. She's also wearing robes, but they're not as adorned as his.
I would walk up to them. Excuse me. I'm looking for somebody. Maybe you can't help me. Maybe you can. And I start to kind of move the large draping cloak that covers me, And at that point, you would see like on my chest on the leather is engraved like a bundle of grain with a rose blooming over it. And then on my gauntlets is just an eye on top of the outside of my gauntlets. And as I'm moving stuff, I would be and then I'd pull out my right arm, and show the engraving of a candle stick on a candle holder. And I would point at it, and I'm looking for someone who might worship Denier. And I would point at the candle.
Denier, you're in the wrong city for that. You would need to go to the south, Adafus. This is where you're looking for. They have many churches to Denier down there.
How far is that?
May I ask your name, traveler?
My name is Elril.
Elril. Where are you from, Elril?
I'm afraid not from around here.
I kind of sense that about you. As you're talking back and forth, the girl he was talking to kind of stepped back to the side, back behind him a little bit, and you hear the door open at the very end of the room. It kind of echoes in the room. As you kind of turn and look, you see, well, I'll let them describe. Ziri and Kai, you walk in, and I'll let you describe yourself.
Who walks in first?
Probably you.
Oh, okay. You see a rather short, unassuming, kind of almost weirdly oval-shaped creature covered in feathers, and then you notice it's a giant owl, which is probably the most common to this area in these parts, but you've not seen one most likely in the city. With a sprinkling of brown and white over her body. And then the rest of it is all cloaked in pretty, I guess, unassuming grayish blue and then gray. Probably has like some pieces of scroll and just regular parchment sticking out of her bag. Kind of looks back at the person who most likely opened the door for her.
That would be what Kai would do. Yeah. So yeah, Kai walks in. He's wearing just plain robes. He's got a what appears like a messenger bag strapped across his kind of on his side. Shaved head, blue eyes, just under 6 feet tall. Looking very alertly, paying very close attention to Ziri's actions, and scanning the room almost manically, looking around the room as he enters the room.
I just kind of like look over. Is their group kind of the only ones that are like stuck together?
Yeah, they're the only people in the whole place, and it is a very large room. And they kind of turn and look at you, and there's just that awkward moment where you see somebody very far off, and they kind of, if you're going to make your way down to them, you can either scream from afar, or you can take the time to walk all the way down.
The two other people in the room, not their characters, because I kind of walk in behind Big Sly's character, and I walk in and I look at them, and I've got my war hammer, and you pious people, do you mind if I bring my weapon in? And I kind of like slam it down a little bit.
As long as you don't damage any of the furniture.
Thank you. And I'm just going to kind of rest here while I'm looking at them entering into the room as well.
Do you follow Denier as well?
I do.
Well,
Ziri's saying that, walking down the thing. I
do. She can hear it.
Yeah, she lifts up her like talony claws up in the air from all the way up on the other side of the room.
I fear that you are all in the wrong place.
I do.
As
Somewhat rested.
as they say, Denier, you see Kai relax for a moment, and then he realizes that it's not a church of Denier, and he stiffens right back up.
And I'm looking at everybody's composure, and I'm like, sure, I do. Yes, of course.
It just click clack my way over, and once you get closer, you can see like her eyes are like, oh god, probably like almost double the size of what they should be, because she is like legitimately in owl form with like jet black eyes staring at you.
I would look at the gentleman that was helping me, and maybe they can be of service. Maybe they can help me.
He looks a little perturbed at the moment. He says, yeah, maybe they can. And he turns back and goes back to talking to the other lady.
Nobody cares for his god. Is that what's happening?
I would have been pulling out a gold with my left hand, and when he turned around, I'd have been like, put it back in my pocket.
Put it back in the pocket.
And I make that snarky comment because everybody's here for someone else.
I kind of look at these two, and I'm just like, it's all right. Most likely because I got involved.
Do they not like you?
My kind have been fighting over here in this region for decades.
Well, we need no fight. And I reach out my hand, and the right hand, the one that's got that carving on the arm piece into the leather, and we mean no fight yet. My name is Elril, and I reach out that hand for like a handshake.
She lifts out her right arm as well, and you see, Diz, is it like the same kind of gauntlet?
It is similar, but not the same.
Mine is on my bracer.
Okay, gotcha.
My gauntlet has an eye on it for somebody else. The candlestick is on my bracer.
Yeah. Mine is the full symbol of Denier, so it has a candlestick on the top that is lit, and then there is a triangular eye underneath it.
Yep.
Yeah,
But there's the eyeball there, and the pupil is triangular.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm watching this exchange.
Just shakes.
And then I would turn to the other.
I'm watching everybody.
Are you twitchy, Kai? I mean, it's
almost, yeah. I mean, the sugar rush has worn off by this point, so Kai is no
while,
longer manic.
Yeah.
But he,
Did you take some for the road?
Yeah, there was definitely lemonade and cookies brought for the road. Yeah. So yes, yeah. I was given a device that I could store many things in. So you can guarantee there were no cookies left on the plate when we left. Yes. So.
And this is my companion.
I would reach out my hand and there's no need to be uneasy. We mean you no harm, and I assume you mean us none.
I shake.
And I'll reach out mine.
I shake everyone's hand except Ziri's, because I've already shaken her hand several times. And I bow and I introduce myself as Kai, and I say I'm charged to be her protector. And Kai has no filter, so yes, he just starts telling people things. And
very well.
I kind of chuckle and laugh.
Protector.
As I reach out to shake your hand when you say that.
Yeah.
You must be
interesting.
Of some importance to have a bodyguard, a protector.
Well, I was about to ask what your companion is here for as well. I turned to her.
Bodyguard and protecting, I guess. I am Wynora.
Hello.
It is a pleasure to meet you all.
My name is Ziri.
And I'll lean off my thing.
To say bodyguard is a little of a stretch. More of a partner. She
could
not guard me
partners.
Anyway more than she could fight me, and I look over at her and kind of wink, and we both know how that ends. And then I look back at him. But
Kai's looking nervous at this point because he's fully, having never been out of the temple, he's fully expecting a bar fight to break out at any moment.
Ziri is serene as fuck.
I'm just getting...
He's actually, if you notice, he's holding his staff and his knuckles are like white, a little bit because he's just like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Don't underestimate him. Yes,
Uh,
it's true.
but I look back at Ziri and
Beat me.
But you've got to stop saying.
I'm
it
only
like
kidding.
that.
It's fine. I tried to kill him. It's my fault.
The small gentleman turns back around and says, excuse me. You guys look like you don't belong here, and I would prefer if you just went maybe to the Adventurers Guild. You look like adventurers. You look like the ruffians from there. They never come here either.
I just look at Ziri and
Kai looks a little hurt when he gets called a ruffian. His face falls a little bit. I'm not a ruffian.
Adventurers Guild's a good idea.
I'm a holy warrior.
I picture you.
That was going to
Picture
be
your
our
character
original
kinda looking
destination.
Then,
By the way, you haven't introduced yourself formally.
My apologies, El Real. I thought I said that when I stuck out my hand. My apologies.
We did not give each other our names. I apologize as well.
But protect, and I would start walking.
So
I would
he
assume
stands about 3.5 feet maybe, and he's just kind of standing there looking at back and forth between you guys.
We shall adjourn.
I was interested in learning about your faith, but fine.
Feel free to come back if you would like to pray to Lathander. Blessings upon you.
Before I leave, I'll pull out that gold and I'll reach forward with it and I'll kind of summon that radiant energy, if you'll allow it to like brighten in my eyes, and look at him and go, "I'm sorry for any trouble we may have caused you."
Flexen.
No trouble.
Lathander be with you.
While he does that, as we walk out, I'm just gonna flick him off.
As we walk away, having never heard of any god except Denier, I'll be muttering under my breath that I don't think this Lathander sounds like a very nice guy. I don't. This doesn't feel right. Church doesn't feel like this. I don't understand.
I turn and I look at Kai and go, "I assure you, Lathander is a noble god. He would not treat people such as this, but he is a noble god." And I turn and just start walking out.
Kai just keeps muttering all the way out.
As you guys are walking out, you didn't notice it when you came in, but on the back wall next to the door where you came in, there is a painting of a small statured gentleman, much like the one you were just talking to, on the wall. And underneath, there's a gold plaque that reads, Resume, the remaker of Lathander's Church.
Resume?
Yep. Rizune.
What?
But I would try to continue the conversation as we were walking to the guild, and so Ziri, the protector, he must be of grave importance to Denier.
I would interrupt. Yes, very important. Yes.
And how is that?
I talked to him a couple days ago. Apparently it was a big deal.
Good cookies there too.
Good cookies.
Cookies?
You can
I would dig through my pouch and hand her a cookie.
Oh, thank you.
I take it.
Oh no, damn it.
You can
Not the only girl.
You can
Why, thank you.
with Denier.
That's the whole point I'm here, actually. I was here to find you.
I take a step back when she says that and kind of reach.
Yeah, me too. I'll kind of look at him like, huh?
And to find me.
What did I just eat?
Roll for initiative.
Son of a bitch.
I would though. I would reach back and my left hand would immediately go to my bow or the scythes on my side, one of the two.
And if I see that my composure stiffens up.
It's as you said. There's no quarry here.
So does Kai then, because Kai's gonna react.
She looks back at Kai and is like, "Come on, man, back me up here."
Kai kind of steps in between Ziri and everyone else and goes, "Friends, I gave her a cookie. We
How do you know
He
who
did,
I am?
and it was good.
Denier did not tell me he was informing anybody.
Denier changed the
You know
plans
Denier
on
too?
you. Sorry.
Kai starts looking back and forth between the two of them,
Kai?
almost
Kai?
comically.
Can I
Kai.
have another cookie then while this happens?
Yeah. Just can you eat your cookies, please?
He steps over out of the way. This guy, I guess we're just on the street.
We're on the street.
I imagine
We're
one
walking.
Nora is snapping her finger, holding out her hand, prompting for another cookie.
So I dig in the bag and find another cookie. As they talk, I'm muttering, this protector thing is confusing. I'm supposed to.
You'll be fine.
I
don't know.
Safe place before carrying on any important communication.
To the guild?
I was
I interrupt.
told that. Yes, to the. And I look at Syrian's the guild.
The Adventurers League. They do stuff, apparently.
Where we were told to go by the short man. Because we
Yes.
look rough. As I've got scars on my face.
You do look rough. I don't know how he could have told how I look, period.
Ziri looks like so highly polished, but so alien at the same time.
Kai looks like he's never been outside before in his life.
I'm sure you're handsome. Yeah.
You would have seen my face before.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying it like that because you have it hidden.
Yeah.
So I'm just being an ass.
Then to the guild.
So as you start making your way, it is still kind of pretty early morning. The sun is just creeping up. It's still, really warm, even for it to be early in the morning. You make your way down the street, and it's not too hard to find from here after you ask maybe a couple people. They point you, a few streets over and up at the end of the street on the right. As you make your way closer, you notice a round sign hanging outside. The picture of a knight in the middle of it. And around the top it reads, "Not actually heroes," and around the bottom it says Adventurers Guild.
This must be the place.
As you guys make your way inside the doors, you open the door, unlocked. You walk in.
I'll go first.
The floors just, not high quality, but wood floors, and the walls just wood paneling, and rafters open to the ceiling. You notice a lot of just mixed and matched like tables and chairs pushed together all over the place. There's really no style to this place at all. There's a counter off to the right, and a door behind it. And off to the left, you notice that there is a couple of people over in the corner. They're playing, looks like a card game. And then there is a tiefling, a red tiefling. Looks like he has a duster and he's going around dusting the tables. So I'll let you describe, Mario. I'll let you describe your character, and Russ, your character. You guys were sitting over in the corner, kind of playing a card game there.
You can go first, Russ.
So, I'm entirely average in almost every way. Dark brown hair, blue eyes, what you might call a naturally tanned looking skin. Not quite white, not quite brown. It's like a glorious golden tan. And
One might say caramel.
I like that caramel. Yes, delicious caramel. I'm like a little, little twitchy, right? Like almost like I'm.
There's our twitchy boy.
Yeah, and my uniform is a little threadbare, like travel worn, and I'm sitting, but I would be about 6 foot and be 180 pounds or something like that. And I've got a crossbow on the floor, casually, and well, go fish.
Okay, and he says go fish, right? And he says go fish to me. And this is Stanasi. She is has got some beautifully long purple hair. Nice bright green eyes. Just kind of average height, slim, slender. Clothes are definitely worn in. And yeah. So that's the Nazi. And so you told me go fish, right, Russ? Again, I don't believe you. I go ahead and grab a card out the deck.
Russ has got props and everything.
Oh, both of them have props. They're in it. They're in it to win it.
In it to win
it. Sorry, grab the deck.
Already.
This is great.
All right, so we also have
Peak roleplay.
Diesel's character. He's walking around. Let you describe your character as you're dusting some of the tables.
Yeah, you see this 6 foot tall red tiefling with about shoulder length black hair, horns going to the sides of his head, around his hair real nice.
He's
there.
Slick back on the horns. Too.
He's there. Yeah, there's slicks back there.
It's natural. It's natural, baby.
Yep. Tail about down to his knees, just the whippy tail. Yeah, he's got a duster tied to it, and then he's got a duster in front, and he's there, and he's like, all I ever asked him to do is just knock their boots off before they come in, and this will take me like 10 minutes. But no, I'm here for 4 hours, and there's mud everywhere, and I don't get paid enough for this.
Hello.
As I hear him say that, I take like 2 steps back out the door, and I kick my boots a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I walk back in. I'm
Kai feels immediately embarrassed. Yeah.
I apologize.
Ziri has talons. There's nothing she can do.
She's scratching the floor as she walks.
I'm not taking my boots off. Oh, that's such a pain to put back on.
Has Kai ever seen a tiefling before?
No.
Probably not. No.
Yeah, so
I mean,
okay. So
you're a little more sheltered than the rest.
You would notice. You would notice, Clennis, that I'm just hard staring, like not even completely obliviously staring at you, which is what I did to Ziri probably for the first month.
I pinch him with my claws. I'm like,
yeah. He turns around and goes, "Is there a problem, or do you need help, or do you want me to dust off your shoes as well?"
Just nothing. Just. Just stunned.
As you guys are talking, just interrupting the conversation, a door opens on the side of the wall there. There is, toward the end of the room, kind of back where Keltash and Stanisi are setting back there. There's a wall with a lot of trophies and animal heads and stuff like that. But on the wall, kind of straight ahead as you walk in, there is like a door, and it opens up, and this blue humanoid figure walks out. And Doublebuck, I'll let you describe your character.
So my guy is about 5'3". He's got bronze eyes, seafoam green hair. His skin is a light steel blue. From what you can see, that's not clothed. He has scales going down his arms and his legs. And he has a trident and a shield on his back, with a mace hanging down his right side hip. I'm about 145 pounds, so kind of medium build.
As you guys draw, you're drawn from the tiefling to him, out of the side of your peripheral. Zira, you would probably catch this for sure. You see the other door kind of open up, and he's about I think he's a little over 6 foot tall. I think he's around between 6'2" and 6'4" ish, right there. He walks out. This broad-chested man, square jaw, clean shaven though, and kind of peppered hair, dark but with streaks of gray in it. Walks out. He's wearing like a white shirt with like a button up with the sleeves rolled up to the elbow and like the leather vest over top of it and just some regular trousers. He kind of walks up to the counter and puts his kind of rough hands up on the counter, and you can tell that he's seen some battles in his time. He says,
I immediately respect this man.
He says, well, you guys here to join up? If that's the case, I think we made our quota for the month.
I just look at El Real like...
They usually don't come in droves like this, but I don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
I look at Ziri like, are
I'm
we
staring
here
at
to
Ziri because I'm like,
join up?
Okay, everybody's looking at me. Ziri just goes, we need gold? Maybe?
I'm walking to the bar if there's a bar.
There's not a bar. No.
Nope.
It's just
There's no bar!
no. This is a very plain room.
Oh no.
You have goldfish and that's it, buddy.
I'm gonna go sit at the goldfish table.
Okay.
Are we? I'm saying this to Stenasi. Are we the droves? Are we the droves that came in?
I don't know, but do you have any fives?
Oh, cool. Here you go.
As I pull up my chair, kind of turn it around backwards and sit on it, and the warhammer on the side. Yeah, seemed fun. Can I watch?
He looks down at Zeri, says,
yeah.
Haven't had any of your kind join up, but I don't have anything against it.
I do an insight check on that fucker.
Go ahead and roll.
Immediately distrust anybody who doesn't have super strong feelings about this. Do not trust. Natural 20!
Natural 20.
I have my
big
Kraken die.
Looking at his face, I mean, his blue eyes, they don't waver when he says it. There's nothing that tells you that he's lying. You kind of feel like he's not from here.
Okay, that explains it. She gives a nod, then, well, I don't know about the rest of these folk that joined with me, but I do not mind the work. I'm used to it.
Well, they look of able body. Pays well. You just do what you're told and stick to your group. We have several different groups here. I like to see which group can do the best. So a little bit of healthy competition.
Sure.
I turn my head when I overhear that.
Also, be sure to dust off your shoes before you come in.
I don't have shoes.
I love you.
Ziri's face, the beak just opens up in like an unhuman way. Oh.
Well, he stretches out his hand towards you, Ziri. He says, "My name's Berkeley. Berkeley Luck."
Ziri. Taub?
Yep, and his hand just kind of, it's large. It engulfs your hand, and he squeezes it nice and firm as he shakes.
Ziri does not like that.
Are all these guys with you?
Not. Kai is my
I would step up. Yes, we are. I am. We are. Yes.
He is.
Yes, I am.
Lots of energy. I like that, boy. Yes. It's come in handy.
I just side-eyed Kai what the fuck did I get us into?
I'm just watching how they interact.
And then he looks over at you, Elreal, and says, "What's your story?"
I stick out my hand and go, Elreal, and then I realize that they all gave two names. And I only have one, and I go, Elreal.
Elreal.
I got you, brother. I just have one name too.
That's fine.
I guess if she works, then I will work as well.
I mean, you do not have to.
I mean, we have lots to discuss, and it will help if we are in the same area doing similar things.
I would lean over not so subtly to Ziri and pointing at Elriel, go, do we trust him? Do we? And of course, I mean, like I said, there is no guile in Kai at all, so he's not whispering. He might think he's whispering.
She is just shushing him to the high heavens. He should be used to it by now, but he isn't.
He hears it a lot. He just doesn't process it.
So the only part of so again, I have this scarf that's covering my face, and a hood that comes down real deep. So the only part of me you can see is these like bright, like lit up blue eyes.
Yeah, but to be fair, you're only like the third or fourth weirdest person in the room right now. So you're not even rating for Kai at this point.
So for hearing Kai say that, I would try to muster that kind of radiant energy in me inside of my eyes again, but I would wink at him as I did.
You winked at Berkeley?
At Kai.
No, Kai.
Oh,
Kai, because he's asking if they trust me. So I would kind of try to like get that kind of radiant glow again, and just wink at him to where he only sees it coming out of that one eye.
I would definitely give him the stink eye then, and look back. I look at Ziri and look at him, and look at Ziri and look at him.
I feel like I'm babysitting my cousins.
That's what I'm going for. that is the goal for this character.
I have gained an extra cousin, and he does not listen to me, no matter how much I screech.
So I would soften a little bit, I guess, at Elriel at this point. I would decide immediately, and you know, in Kai's way, that he trusts you implicitly now. So
how is Winora doing at cards, or is she just watching? I'm sorry, I have to know how this game is going.
If they gave me cards.
Yeah, we dealt you in.
All right. How many cards?
5.
Excellent props.
Sorry, Ziri would be turning to them and just being like, "What? How are they doing?"
I would look
about
up
fishing.
at the guy that's talking, and if I work, she will work as well. And I'll point at.
I like money.
It's good. She looks like she can do some damage.
Yes, she can do a little.
Sometimes that comes in handy in this line of work. All right, well.
I just want to say that my character is looking at the table in slight disgust over the name of their card game.
Yes! Yes! I was waiting!
Go fish!
Oh, God.
That is great. I didn't even think about that.
It's actually go fish, go fish, go fish.
That makes it worse because now you've insulted his fishness.
Go fish.
So why are you?
Did you call him his
fish?
fishness? Or are you saying that he has a fishness about?
Hooray! Hooray, Team Fish, go!
All right.
Care to take a hand?
No, I do not want to partake in a game that insults my people.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I try desperately to think of like something that like other than like basic like flying jokes that like they ever made jokes about.
I look over
people.
at him and go, "Are you sure? It could be a hoot." And I kind of point at Zeke.
I mean, really, today has just been going swimmingly. Great. It's been going great all day. We should all not play this game.
My character reaches into his pouch and pulls out a notebook and his little journal and writes in, apparently every individual in this tavern has lost their minds and is retarded because they do not know anything of my culture. And then he shuts his book.
Don't worry, I prefer sausage. You're fine.
Would I have ever been to the
Not
plane of
fish.
existence? Oh, I don't actually. Okay.
I is incredibly uncomfortable by this entire conversation. He's actually stepped back away from the table.
I was gonna say, I don't think that we've discussed where I'm from.
No.
No.
But
for you to know.
Elreal, I would say that you've seen people like Meridius, kind of,
Similar in different in
Similar.
another plane.
similar.
Was
Yes.
I the first Sarah Cochran?
Were you the
Not
first
that I've
Eric?
seen.
That he's seen, Elris.
That Elreal scene.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, Elreal is pretty well traveled. I would say that
The veteran.
nothing really surprises him.
Okay.
So,
I'm a mercenary veteran. I think I need everybody's character sheets sent to me right now, so I know all stats about everything that y'all know and are and do. And
all right. So Berkeley says, "Well, if you clowns are done, if you guys would like to join, it's 5 gold membership fee. If you can't pay it right now, that's fine. We can take it out of your first paycheck."
That would do nicely. Thank you. I really
Cool.
appreciate it.
Right.
I pull 5
Mordecai,
gold.
can you show these new people to their rooms?
I just turned to Kai and I'm like, rooms?
I
Oh,
pull
they
5
have
gold
rooms
out
and no
and
bar.
Hand it to him, and I will take my payment in full later.
Mordecai comes up and tells you this way and leads you back through the door where Meridius just came out of. After a little while, you settle and put some of your belongings there. Whatever you want to store there. You come back out to the main room, and there's just a little bit of time where you can kind of mingle with the other people there. It's just the 8 of you in there, and Berkeley is kind of probably back in his office or something. So,
Where would Real want to talk?
Are the rooms private? Like, do we each have a room, or
you each have like a small room. I mean, it's by no means big at all. It's probably like, 7 by 7. It's
is it big enough for like 3 or 4 of us to sit in there and have a conversation?
I'm a skinny bean.
yeah, you can
I'm
fit in
kinda-
there. Yes,
I take up some room.
you could fit in there. I don't know how comfortable you'd be, but
I would say
I wear
one of those-
platforms all day. I'm okay.
I would say one of those would probably be the best spot.
All right. So
Fine.
before you guys come out, you probably gather in one of your rooms there.
All of us.
Well, the 4.
The
To
4
say,
of
did
us.
Did I go back in after I'd already came out and already had a room?
You already have a room, yes. Wherever you want to go, you can go.
I mean,
So-
I didn't figure there was a reason to go pick a room when I already had one.
Yeah, you don't have to
So
pay
I
rent.
just stayed out in the main area.
Yeah, the 4 people that were there already have their own rooms and stuff, and there's a number of rooms. I mean, it's quite a large area back there. It's just like a hallway that kind of loops around
Wait, are we still playing cards then?
a lot of these little rooms.
You could be if you want to be.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
you,
we
you kind
could
of
be.
needed to pick a room.
You?
I could have just claimed the room next to mine.
I trust him.
Ziri has no preference.
Kai's never had a private room in his life, so he's ecstatic with the entire concept of this.
All right, so you guys kind of, the few of you can join up in the room before you come back out.
Yes. You're staying downstairs to play cards, right?
I think at this point I probably would come up with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll come up
Yeah.
with you. I'll put the cards down on the table.
I
And I'll cut.
I look at the 2 playing cards as she leaves, and I look at them and go, "There's no fish on any of those cards. Why did you give the cards those names?"
So the cards aren't named fish. We are fishing for the cards in the other hand.
You have no fishing poles, no nets.
Yeah, it's a metaphor.
We fish with spears and tridents. We don't
It's a
fish with
metaphor.
cards.
It's a metaphor. It's not a literal fishing.
Oh, and by the way, your buddy is lying to you. He has multiple cards in his hand that he's told you to fish for.
Those damn humans. I knew it. And I look at Keltash, who, I mean, he's not there, but give Keltash a look. Yeah.
He's just got the shoulder like. What? What?
He starts to twitching.
I hate this game anyways.
No. No.
So if we're in the room, I would. So you can communicate with Denier.
Under certain conditions, which they have allowed me access to, sort of. It's strange. I was just told about this less than how long was the journey over here on an airship? Diz?
I mean, probably not very long.
Yeah.
I'd say probably a couple days, maybe 3 days at the most.
It's been less than a fortnight.
Did you try cranking 90s?
It was just earlier today that when we saw them, that they said that we would not be able to communicate very well due to the circumstances, due to information being looked over and watched, and not wanting to tip our hand to anybody.
Maybe they have updated things since, but Denier told me less than a fortnight ago to accompany you and help you. And that is what I was bid do. So that is what we started on.
Can I would be trying to look like through her, like locked onto her eyes, trying to see if I can trust her, because Denier said that there might be some of his worshippers that could help me, but he's told her to seek me out 3 days before we had a conversation and didn't tell me to look for her.
Roll a insight check.
Not great, but my insight should be okay.
Pieces of puzzles trying to be put together.
Yeah. So
Russ, you and me are beefing, by the way, now.
You are.
Oh.
16 total.
16. I mean, from the symbology that she wears and the things that she seems to know, you trust that she has something to do with Denier. You don't know if everything she's saying is true or not, but you can't get a good read on her.
I have a beak for a mouth, so I can't really move that well.
It's a challenge to read facial expressions of an owl. So,
where would we get started?
Literally all I was told was to find you, that you would be here in Mondovas, and to ally myself with you. And then the High Librarian, Master Librarian, told me Kai was to continue accompanying me. So I have received no further orders.
And you trust Kai? And I look over at him again.
Kai...
I look at Ziri like,
Kai...
Of course she trusts me.
Kai is a very darling companion. And she kind of like she kind of reaches up and gives him like a pat on his shoulder.
Here is my only concern. The information that I'm seeking, if it were to get out and someone would know that we are seeking it, it would be bad for everybody. If we find the information and that information were to get out, it would be bad for everybody.
I'm kind of spinning my hammer around on the ground.
He already looks a little skittish.
I'm just looking back and forth. And then I realize they're talking about me.
His belief in Denier is steadfast. If he hears something from me that directly comes from Denier, he will listen to Denir's words.
My worry is not that he won't listen. My worry is, if tortured, will he say something?
At this point, I
Well,
kind of tap my quarterstaff on the ground, and I say, I've lived my entire life in service to Denir. I've never known anything but Denir and the
Should we
Temple of
test
Denir.
it? Should we test it? And then I just start laughing like it was a joke. Like,
he's never been tortured before. I would not recommend torturing the poor lad.
I'm sorry.
Kai looks extremely uncomfortable.
It's
Does he
okay,
know?
Kai.
Does he know who I am?
I don't fully know what you are. I just know you were sent by at least the four powers, the friends, to, help with a very vague purpose.
I reach up and pull the hood back and unravel the face
course.
mask to show this very angelic celestial facial feature. I don't have the halo right now. It's not a thing right now, but to show off the very, angelic features. And Kai, I am sent here personally from Denir
And others.
and others with a mission. Your first test is just this. Nobody else knows what I am yet. Nobody else knows why I'm here. And if it stays that way, we can keep going.
Kai looks at you, and then he looks at Ziri kind of for guidance, because he kind of immediately, without any guile, realizes that this is more serious than he thought it was going to be. So I glance over at Ziri and go,
He is their champion. Yeah.
and you would see his features fall. You would see his face just fall, and he would kind of look down at the floor.
If Ziri could show worry on her face, she would at Kai.
Kai won't make eye contact with you now, Elreal. He's just kind of looking at the floor.
I reach up and I put my hand on his shoulder, and almost, I know he's not taking damage, but almost as like a bolstering kind of thing, I'll pump my lay on hands.
You want to give him inspiration.
I'll pump my lay on hands into him. I am not Denir. You do not have to bow before me.
Kai shakes his head and he says, "No, it's not. It's been my goal for my entire life to be chosen, but I have no magical ability. So I do this." And then he just kind of looks down again.
To be chosen is a fraud.
Ziri kind of just.
I was not chosen. I was created for this purpose.
About that. I'm Denir's chosen. That's why I'm here. So awkward.
Again, I was created for this purpose.
I don't have magic either.
To be chosen is to assist. And I look at Ziri. I look at Ziri, and I look at Wyerna. What? I keep wanting to say Winona. I know where you guys.
I know you want to say Winona.
Yeah.
Nora.
I know where you got the name
Winora.
from, so I want to say Winona, but Wynora. And I look at Wynora, and to assist in the plans of the gods is just as much of an importance as being the champion, being the one created for a task. And many can be chosen for that.
Kai looks up and
Absolutely.
he kind of steels himself and he says, I can promise you this. I will never betray the word of Denir."
Very well.
I kind of look at Wynora when she says this, and I'm just like.
And I still have my hand on his shoulder, kind of as he comes steadfast, and I look at him and go, "And you were chosen." She was chosen to assist me, and you were chosen to assist her. You were chosen. You wanted your whole life to be chosen, and you were.
Kai, if I wasn't chosen, this man here would have killed me.
Kai kind of softens at that, and he kind of leans back and looks a little bit. He looks a little bit more relaxed at this point. You kind of see in the air. It's almost like he's been holding his breath the entire time.
I'm starting to wrap the face mask back up, and before we go anywhere, and I look at after she says that, I look at him and go, "It's true. I would have killed her twice. I've never hit anything that didn't die, except for her."
What can I say? Maybe I am magical. And I just chuckle.
I kind of look at like all the scars on her neck, and I'm just like, how many times?
Those aren't his doing. Nor are these, and there's more because her belly is exposed, except for like belts that kind of go around, and there's just scars.
She's just staring.
Yeah. Not all these were his.
I can assume so.
Misfortunes.
Don't believe I actually have given her anyone.
No, just my heart hurts.
Birds cannot scar the way flesh can, other than our eyes, so it is a bit disconcerting to see.
I was experimented
Shall
on.
we?
Leave it in like an awkward state.
Yeah, like the weird owl eyes like start showing like the whites, and it's the seeing the whites of an owl's eye is just no bueno.
Yeah, when she says experimented, Kai just,
And that's when I kind of like show like the kind of the manta rays.
Yeah.
I didn't get mad at goldfish. The manta ray rays.
Kai would walk over and reach his hand toward you very gently and say, "Who would do this? This is not." I wouldn't actually touch it. I would just kind of like reach my hand toward you, and just with complete concern across Kai's face. Who would do something like this? And then I would look at Siri and like just incredulous almost, like who would do? Why?
Trust me, it can be done.
Don't have to worry about it. The ones who did this are taken care of.
They thought they could make weapons infusing beasts and humanoids, I should say.
Gives a nod.
Shall we go meet our new friend?
Before
Yes.
that, just one more question.
First,
No talk of this to any of them.
not until we are sure we can trust any of them.
Of course.
This is of utmost secrecy.
She just gives that sage nod. Let's be on our way.
I'll lead.
You guys make your way back out to the common area, I guess, and
Just a question. I know. I'm sorry. I must know. I am a foot smaller than almost all of them. When she leads, how eye level is her butt to Ziri's eyes?
I mean, so I'm on 2-inch
She's
platforms, and I'm 7 foot
right now.
tall.
and
Oh,
Zeri's how
7'2".
tall?
oh, so 2 feet.
So Zeri's about 5 foot.
I'm the tallest person in this party.
Yeah. I'm just.
you're like,
I'm just
it's
trying to get a
there.
mental image.
I mean, you're at lower back eye level,
yeah.
probably.
Oh yeah, almost a butt crack.
Yeah.
And and my pants are slightly lower.
Yeah,
And I
it's
walk with,
there.
like, a little
it's
bit of a-
there. It's right there at the edge. Yeah.
Real awkward for Ziri.
So
if they
For
if they
all
weren't
our
so
wrestling fans, she
if they
is
weren't so round and firm,
Lita.
I mean, the butt crack would be showing. I mean, right.
so Meridius,
You are right, Mr. D.
Buck, are you still in the common area with us or no?
I am.
Okay. So Russ, you and I, we're having an argument. By the way, you walked away. When you walked away, Meridius put you on the spot real quick, so you and I are gonna have a little discussion right now. And that's, his sippy should be up there. So Kels, do I know your name? I know your name, right? Because we've been hanging out already. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been I've been here for a few weeks anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, Keltash, you want to tell me about those 3s and 4s that are actually in your hand right now? That I asked about?
Wait, no one's at the table anymore, right?
I am.
No, Meridius is over your shoulder telling me what.
Called you out.
Mordecai's behind the counter, probably cleaning a little bit.
Making
a vacuum noise while he sweeps the floor.
What's so funny?
I just.
You heard Meridius, so you weren't here, but he said it over your shoulder. He was like, "You're the guy you've been playing with. He's been telling you to go fish the last three cards."
It's just because I don't actually know how to play. I just you're pretty cool, and I just I need to just hold on. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go into a back, like a door. If there's a door, I want to go behind it real quick.
One door.
Just a door. I want to, even if it's a closet, I don't care. Nearest door, I go behind it real quick.
You just find a closet and you go into the closet.
Little bit of clothing rustling and a little cork and a little.
There we are.
Well,
See, this is the problem with you, human. You know what? Not gonna get into it with you right now. Never mind. Never mind.
Why is this gotta be about race and stuff? I mean, am I right?
Have you drank so much you can't even pronounce my name?
Oh, I don't really drink. What gave you that? I don't know.
I heard the gulping.
Oh, it's water. And I hold up my water flask. It's water. You
Can't see
you
it.
like water. I get the impression by the theme. You like water?
I wouldn't really say that that's a like or not.
I don't have any germs. You can have some.
I'm from the plane of water.
So you wouldn't like some?
No.
Okay. Anyway, I mean, we're all potential friends. I don't know why we've got to call each other out and stuff.
I mean,
I'm gonna give him a little playful slap on the shoulder, but it's too light. It's
When can we finally come in and start listening to this mess?
I appreciate honesty. And if you don't know how to play the game, whatever game you're playing, you should own up to it instead of lying.
I get the gist. It's one of those.
Ross, are you still holding the cards in your hand, by the way, during this session?
No, I'm like, I can't keep, one of them's probably facing up, and I'm moving them around a little bit, it's like all.
You see that 3 right there, and I go ahead and reach across and snatch it out.
Here you go. I'm pretty sure I get but yeah, that's your card.
I mean, I don't understand the concept of your game, but if somebody says, "Do you have a 3?" and you have a 3 in your hand,
damn humans, always lying.
That seems to me to be a lie.
Well, we'll see. My recollection is that it's a tactic. You see, you lure them in like a fit. I mean, you give them the idea that you have a card they want, and then you withhold the one that they want. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong.
But isn't the rules of the game
if I'm wrong
to give them what you have and let you have it?
Well, if that was the rule of
the flaw in that is thinking that a human can be trustworthy.
Just give me a little.
Well,
hey,
I don't know if I can
That
trust
was-
you, but I at least am honest enough to let you know that he had what you asked for.
And I appreciate that.
This is becoming a hurtful table.
I just need to know when I get to experience this same character.
You
It
guys
was-
are
it was
still having your
nothing.
discussion.
It was nothing to try to make you feel like you were in the wrong or to have you lose face. But at the same time, a lie is still a lie.
Yes, you're well. I guess you're very virtuous. I get that about you too. Very. Why are you here adventuring in a rather unvirtuous establishment? And I look around for Barkley like
Yeah, you look at Mordecai, he's just like, this is clean!
You look up at the counter and you see Mordecai, but you don't see Berkeley.
I mean Mordecai's wonderful. Just
The only thing I can tell
Keep
you
going.
in in that regard is I'm here looking for something and someone.
oh, fascinating. I get the sense that all of us who aren't zealously religious are looking for someone. Who are you looking? Let's change the conversation.
Like I said, all I can tell you is I'm here looking for something, someone. The
And-
someone I can give you enough information looks almost like me as far as race.
Virtuous and mysterious and wet. I think we can be great friends. Great.
I am not wet, so
Can I
I'm
come in
not
at this point?
sure how you to that regard.
Remember, water is not
Okay.
wet.
About
Well,
this time, the
it
other
is.
people start funneling back into the room.
Mordecai goes, let me get the mop.
It's okay, Tiefling. It's okay.
I just want to
I am
walk
not
out right
wet.
as he says, and wet.
I thought I was the only one with sweaty hands. Ooh.
So you guys re-enter the room as the
Kill touchdowns and wet.
and wet.
Ooh.
Kai
Left the
leading the
table too
way.
soon.
Ooh.
Walk over.
Oh, we just lost
somebody.
What did we lose?
Hi,
Oh,
Russ.
fuck.
Russ.
Russ got booted.
Eddie.
That button makes the call go away.
I was
Yeah.
where I intimidated him enough to run.
You scared the shit out of him. And he just left the call. Wasn't even a player thing. And
Totally in character.
He's out.
He leaves the room again.
I
Can you
would-
hear us, Russ?
Is he frozen or is he sitting very, very still?
Yeah, I don't.
I think he's frozen.
I
Hard to tell. Yeah, I think it's frozen.
Russ!
All right, continue. As if
Yeah.
anybody drops, I get to be their character. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
back.
Can you hear us?
Oh shucks.
Eh?
Kind
You
of.
have to stay or else Diz will control
We
him.
can't hear you.
He hasn't said anything, right?
No, he hasn't moved his lips. At least he
Huh?
just.
He's frozen again.
No.
I think your potato internet has died.
Get off
We
the
lost contact.
McDonald's Wi-Fi, Russ. Come on.
I'm getting super spotty connectivity
I
here.
would walk up and sit down at the table with them. And
Okay.
just hello. I'm Elril. Looks like we may be work partners, and I stick my hand out towards any and all of them. Just kind of.
I immediately feel sorry for Elreal.
So you're not human, right? Well, I can't tell. You're all platted
you
up,
can see
right?
is my eyes,
Okay.
which
So I
are
go-
very
okay.
bright blue.
I reached my hand out to shake your hand. Oh, what? How do you pronounce your name?
Elril.
El Rio.
El Real, yes.
Okay. Oh, El Rio. I'm Stanasi.
Stanasi. Okay, and I turn to the trident wielder to avoid any racial fishman jokes.
Well, if you're sitting at the table, I'm standing up behind where Russ's character would be sitting.
Then I would turn before I sat down and just stick my hand out towards you.
I look at it for a minute.
I just kind of stare at it, and then I drop my hand towards Russ's character, I guess, if you're not going to take it.
Well, no, it's not that I'm not going to take it. I'm eyeing you up to see if you're trustworthy enough for me to shake your hand. In my race, we don't shake hands unless we trust the people that we are shaking hands with.
After an awkward amount of time, I would drop my hand to Russ's character. If you don't take it, I would just kind of lower it. And, yeah, I was introducing myself to y'all's table.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna take his hand?
I'm gonna wait till he shakes Russ's hand.
I shake Russ's hand and Elreal.
Keltash.
Very nice to meet you.
Uh-oh.
And then if he turns back to me, I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Well, you at least shake
Thank
Myers'
you,
hands,
sir.
so I guess I can shake yours."
My hand back out and shake his hand, and then I have a seat.
I'll walk up to the table and introduce myself. But before I introduce myself to the other two playing the cards, because I realized I didn't introduce myself when I sat down to play cards.
No, but we just dealt you in.
Y'all just dealt me a
They're
hand.
cool like that.
Or Ross is frozen again.
I'm gonna look over at now Doublebuck. How do you pronounce your character's name again? Meridius. Okay, I get it. Meridius. I spelled it totally off. Meridius. I'm gonna look over at your character, and I'm leaning on my warhammer. I want to apologize for any sort of rude fish comments. I too love the ocean, and I have.
Well, I saw those as you walked out, and
Yeah.
curiosity kind of flooded my head for a moment.
And I do apologize.
I'm still trying to figure out how someone of your design would have fins
Dorsal.
that are not natural.
Luck, perhaps unluckiness.
Judging by your scars, I would not say luck is involved.
And I have like elvish ears, though. My ears are pointy up at the top with the gauges down here and stuff. Yeah. But they serve nice, and I enjoy them.
Are they functional?
They are. And I can kind of like, not really like flap them, but they kind of like fold up. And then they do like a little wave sort of motion.
Undulate.
I'll extend my hand to her.
I reach
like
out.
Fins.
Winora Morn.
My last name,
Morn spelled like
I am
morning.
Meridius,
Like, oh no, someone died.
but my last name is not important.
Meridius. Very nice to meet you. That trident is really sweet.
Oh, I didn't
I haven't seen one
describe
before.
that. I should have, but I didn't.
You had a trident on your back? Yeah, you said you had a
Right,
trident
but
in
I
your
didn't
shield.
describe the fact that it's solid platinum.
Oh shit.
Oh. So I'll call out to the trident, just say like, that is a very nice trident, catchy on the eye. I don't want, but wow.
I
it
would
is
caution
nice.
against trying to take it.
I don't want it. It's very nice though.
Seems like
It's
it
a-
would be heavy.
How
It's
is
a
it made?
family heirloom,
Ah,
passed down through many generations.
Ziri kind of like takes something out of a pouch and looks like miserably down at her blowgun and puts it away.
I know not how it was actually made.
Mm. But nonetheless, very nice. And again, I apologize. Anything I missed at the table?
Oh,
It's
only
like,
cheating in
pull up a
cards.
chair.
You hear
Ah,
a deep laughter coming from over at the counter as you guys turn around and see Berkeley, his arm around Mordecai, saying, "What do you think, Mordecai? I think they're gonna get along very well. It's like brothers and sisters, right?"
Yuri has not said a word.
Well, they're better than your last ones, that's for sure. They only lived 3 days.
3 days.
Well, we don't need to talk about that. And he kind of punches you in the arm.
I immediately eye Mordecai, and you just feel daggers go into your skin.
About that time, the door comes open from the outside, and a crew of people just kind of come spilling into the room. Like about a 5'10", heavily armored, white male, brown kind of hair with a little bit of gray in it, comes in, and
this would be normal for Wiggs's character, but everybody else would notice me immediately reclude into a corner and try to
Same.
and
We
try
go
to
to the
just
same
kind of
fucking
stealth
corner.
back into a corner.
So,
Both in the
I'll
same
push my
fucking
chair
corner.
away and just kind of drift back, not like all the way following him, but just kind of drift back, put myself between him and a group of people kind of running
I
through the
turned to
place.
square off their direction.
enough, just swearing off with from across the room. Also, behind him, a smaller, about 5'6", 110-pound girl, with very pale white skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, wearing these just very elegant, like purple robes, comes in behind him, and behind her is a halfling, a female, comes in with wearing like leathers and like there's animal skins hanging off of her and stuff. She just kind of, just has a weird wide strut to her walk. And behind her comes in a little bit taller of a character, a dwarf with a bushy beard with a little bit of gray going through his hair that's kind of slicked back over his head. He's wearing some heavy armor as well, and has like a shield on his arm, and has a mace kind of hanging from his side. And behind him, there is a very he's small. He's about 5'5", and very thin. Wearing like very light leathers, like this almost like silverish hair, and these purple eyes. Like the iris is purple. Comes in. He's wearing a bow on across his back, and 20 years. And behind him comes a larger character. He's about 6'7", broad, green skin, tusks coming up from the bottom lip. He's got like a mohawk, black hair, kind of not standing straight up, but kind of just falling backwards.
Yeah.
Not really heavily armored. He's got like a strap going across his chest to like, like the Speedo type of underpants down here at the bottom. Just carrying this great axe on his back. Just walks in, just strutting his stuff. They walk up to the counter, and the human who walked in first says, "Berkeley, it's done." He slams something down on the counter, and Berkeley looks down and says, "Well, that's good enough. Where's the other two?" And then the guy just shakes his head, "Didn't make it." And Berkeley says, "Damn it, friend. Do you know how expensive this is to hire these people? At least you got the job done this time." The friend kind of looks around and says, "What are these, new recruits?"
Hood is covering the whole entire face, by the way.
Berkeley's like, "Yeah, they're a little green, for the guild at least. They haven't been tested yet, at least by us. You'll be going up against them, so watch yourself." See that one over there? She's you could give find this thing here, sorry. She could give
What's
old
her
Deverin there she could give old Deverin there a run for his money, pointing at the half orc. You don't say, Berkeley. We'll see. See. And they kind of turn and walk on towards the room. They're just kind of looking at you, just kind of strutting by. And the blonde, the short blonde girl, you see her kind of looking up over, and she sees Stanisi and just waves as they make their way to the back and close the door.
I wanted to say too, when you described her walking in the door, I very noticeably stuck my neck up to make sure that she walked in.
Mm-hmm. So they kind of walk to the back, kind of eyeballing you guys as Deverin probably looks over at Wynora as he's going back through, and just kind of just sneers at her. Shows a little more of his teeth. He turns and kind of grabs himself as he's the last one through the door, and he closes the door.
Where's this season's Maisie? I must find her. She can't die this time.
All right, so at that, Berkeley says, well, if you guys have made your acquaintances, a job has come in. Think you guys can handle it? It's just a delivery.
To where?
And what are we delivering? Or no questions asked?
It's a delivery of these sealed documents for the military. It goes to the city of Flint.
When you say
Call
the
it a city,
military,
it's
Michigan.
Meridius gets a little
Yeah.
eyebrow raised.
You have to go through Detroit, so watch yourself. So
Ziri like lifts her hood up to like stare open.
Because he thinks that maybe the military might be able to aid him. Why he's here.
I guess we need to pack enough drinking water.
You deliver the documents sealed to Commander Aubrey Boulder. That's it. Make your way down
Sly,
there.
you like that one, didn't you?
That was good.
Make your way down there, and if he's got any jobs, feel free to take those on.
Do I recognize that name at all, or is that too high ranking?
I don't know that you would have.
I mean,
I
the
don't
guys
know.
talk, so.
How'd you pronounce his first name?
It's Aubrey.
Yeah.
Okay.
His name is Aubrey?
Yeah.
His name is Aubrey Calder.
Okay.
Cauldeder.
Aubrey is his name.
Do you want me
My
to
name
make
is
a check, or do you
Sue.
want to make a call?
I mean, I have
Roll
no
an
problem
intelligence
walking
check.
over to get it.
Just to see if you remember.
Just plain intelligence, right?
Right.
18.
This would be memory. You would probably know that he is commander of that, Flint. He's been there a little while, but you would know that Flint is an outpost that isn't as important as the other ones. It's not over near the front lines that you're thinking of. It's more to the west, and it's kind of where they send people where maybe to take care of the dirty jobs. Okay.
Have I ever heard of one of my kind being taken over there?
Probably not.
Okay.
No.
All right. Thank you.
So he says, you guys just need to get your stuff together, and you can head out in the morning if you like. Mordecai, He puts his arm around you. I can trust you, right, boy?
Oh, you're muted.
Muted.
Speak up, boy. I can't hear you.
I mean, you never have before, but today could be the start of something new.
Of course.
You seem happy, Mordecai?
I've always wanted to go out, but never given the chance before.
He picks up the paper and says, "Here, you're in charge of these. The
What?
rest of you, just protect this guy. He's a delicate flower."
I'm Mordecai with daggers again.
Slaps you on the back as he's
Why are you
laughing as he
looking
walks
at me
away.
so bad?
And he closes the door just as he goes into his office.
Delicate flower.
And it is settled. We go tomorrow.
Wonderful.
What?
So what do we do today?
Do you have other plans?
No.
So have you all ever been to Flint before?
I looked at it.
I've
Luckily, no.
never.
I mean, I may have seen it trying to get here. It did take me 38 days to get here.
Since I've been here, I've never been out of this city, so I've never been to Flint. So I'm a little excited, a little nervous.
I
I've
don't think
only
you'll
ever
enjoy
been
it.
in this city in the woods.
Flint, from what I've heard, is not a place you visit for fun.
Fun.
Sounds like the entire continent.
No, that is untrue.
Also, why are you looking at me with such? Have I done something to you? Have we met?
No.
I mean, you seem cool. You're like a bird lady.
Oh shit!
I chuckle at that.
You hear the beak snap so fucking hard. It sounds like her jaw is like crashing into itself.
I didn't mean offense. I'm sorry. I don't know what to call you. I'm sorry. I don't know what you are. I'm sorry.
You could call her Ziri.
I really haven't been introduced. I thought it would be rude.
I'm of the clan Hirial of the Akochrans.
I have heard of Eric Cochra. Yes. My name is Mordecai.
It has been in my personal experience that using derogatory terms towards other races could get you killed.
I apologize. I'm kind of used to the way that people describe my race, and usually it's like demon or bastard or hellspawn, something like
bastard.
that.
I've heard that.
There was that. I read that in the book once. Yes.
My heart breaks for you. Oh.
So I am sorry. I did not. I humbly ask your forgiveness. I meant no offense. I am truly sorry.
I'll
Sorry.
forgive you. Give me those papers.
But he said I needed to.
I do
to
not
hold
know
them,
if it is
so
wise to give the Eric Cochran papers.
Ooh.
I mean, I can. I've never been in a fight.
Give me the papers. That's all.
I'm just staring.
I'll
at
step.
Ziri.
I'll step between the Eric Cochran and the Tiefling.
Okay. Here.
And I would step between the two of them.
Oh.
I don't believe that this is how this is supposed to start. Aren't we supposed to be like friends and
We all
Can't we
each
all
other or
just get
something?
along?
we all came here. We all rogered up to join this adventuring guild. The person giving us the instructions gave the papers to him. They're his until he is no longer able to hold them.
I look
I
at
don't
El
like
Real.
that part.
I
So
walk
who do you
up-
think would win? As I lean on my
I whispered to Winona. I said, "It depends. Are we in land or sea?"
In that regard, it wouldn't matter. I fought both.
I'm sorry. I believe I've caused a confrontation. I do
That
not
was
mean
wonderful.
I believe
walk
that
up
we
and I
need
put
to-
a hand on Kai's
to
chest
rest.
and
Meridius.
Meridius, and everybody just knock it off. We are.
Oh, there's
Just-
no hostility here.
We are just.
There
meeting,
is a.
And I look
there's
at Ziri and go, I'm sure he will do a fine job holding the papers for now.
Of course.
And we don't need to have such hostility. We don't need all of this. We are just meeting. And
I
then
don't view this as hostility.
You.
Me neither.
I'm a military person. We have orders. He was given orders.
Yes, but when you step in front of him,
She was
Whether-
demanding.
whether you intend to be the shield or the sword, it is hostile.
My weapons were not drawn.
I didn't say anything about the weapons you have on your back.
I,
I'm speaking of you.
I tell
Whether
you what.
could
What
intend
if
to
I
use his
just
shield or
go
sword?
over here?
Nobody's listening to Mordecai.
And Mordecai just goes over there and sits down.
I am listening to him, and I'm looking
I-
at him.
There's so many people in between you and him. I mean,
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
just
No, when he's
Mor-
walking away.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna walk outside now, and I'm just gonna walk on ahead and go outside.
Yeah. Mordecai just goes and sits down and just kind of looks at the corner. He's like, I need to dust that.
I'll open the door. Mordecai, want to come outside?
Yes. Yes, that would be great.
I'll hold the door.
Oh, thank you.
Relieve tension.
Just look around and walk back to my corner and kind of sit down and lean back, like almost like lean back where I got the two legs on the floor and the chair back against the wall. And I'm just kind of leaned back there, thinking, praying, doing whatever.
I'm
look
gonna
at-
interrupt your prayer. Elreal, do you need anything? I'm going out.
I'm fine, thank you.
Very well.
I look over at Stanasi and Kaltash, and I'm like, "Are you continuing your game?"
Oh no, I don't know why it takes so many, but I'm bored.
I didn't understand a single word he said. It's just so super robotic. I didn't hear anything.
I think that's in character, though. I think it's jumbled
I
with words.
think that was a
Maridius
character
broke you,
that-
dude.
I'm coming with you guys. I'll keep all my statements to one word. I'm coming. No wait.
I wanted to test and see if we could play a game of blackjack.
I am always down for a game of luck.
Let us draw the cards then.
All right, so Ziri and I start playing some cards.
so. Just to speed things along a little bit, is there anything that anybody wants to do this evening?
I want to talk to Snappy.
Okay,
You
all
wanna
right.
talk-
So we can do that. All right. Is
Okay,
anybody
yeah.
else planning on anything?
I'm just observing everything that happens.
Okay. If it's not like impactful, then you can just say that
No.
you went out and looked at shops or something like that, or you went.
Yeah,
to a
when Nora's just
Yeah.
doing shady stuff, it's cool.
Yeah, don't worry about me.
I want to talk
Yeah.
to Berkeley.
Okay. All right. So we'll let Ziri and Stanazi talk, and as Meridius is kind of walking back to Berkeley's office to like knock on the door and stuff.
I'd say like we get like about our second like turn in of testing fate before I go. So where are you from?
I'm from out of town. You?
Close to town. Actually, I went a far distance, different areas, traveled a bit, and now I'm back. Unfortunately.
Why? Unfortunately.
Have you ever seen any of my kind in the city?
I haven't been here for long, but no.
There is a reason for that. I do not know how that I have not been assaulted by the guards yet, but maybe my god is protecting me.
What? Why would they target you? What is it about your species?
They lived here. They lived on the area where we're standing right now.
Are there any more of you?
In a place I can't mention.
Do you know if it's on the way to Flint? No.
Honestly, it's a little difficult to be here. I was hoping the game of cards would help me, but you've won every single time.
I just think you have to believe in luck a little more, and maybe don't leave it to your God so much.
She she weirdly tilts her head like a little bit too much to be normal, like just like like she's thinking about it, just like you're giving me a different thing than what I was told. It's a little bit hard.
What does that even As she's thinking and formulating this, I'm gonna roll a sleight of hand real quick. I'm gonna try and give her a good deal here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
So I'm watching all this. Can I try to see this? Since I'm
if you're observing,
do I make a perception as well with disadvantage?
It's probably going to be against your passive perception, Zero.
Gotcha.
So, but I don't think you would suspect her of doing anything, you know.
No.
The 19 plus 4, 23.
You're fine.
23. All right, what did you roll, Ariel?
Because I'm going against him, do I need to roll in D20?
Up to you, Mario.
I would.
No, did you?
I would have hit the 23 with the 23 on my 17 plus 6, but I realized I'm going against him, and by your rules, I should have rolled in D20 and roll 20.
That's fine.
No, you're good.
We'll just do it next time. But you notice that you see him kind of palming cards off the bottom and throwing them over to Ziri. Ziri does not see this though.
No, Ziri's thinking real hard because she has been told for the past 6 months, ingrained in her head, Denier.
So Ziri right now has a face-up ace, and I mean you do have a jack underneath. I don't know if you take a look at your face-down card, but you do have a blackjack on you right now. After I said that about believing in luck a little more,
she'll turn down and just be like. And she just turns her head like the opposite way now, like unnaturally, like.
Version.
And lays them down, yeah.
You see, sometimes it is just believing in the heart of the cards.
I will say there is a heart to cards, but I did not assume it was with the playing kind. It's strange. Do you want to see? And she kind of like takes out my cards.
Yeah.
See if you can find the heart to them, apparently. And she hands you what seems to be a nice like leather pouch containing bird-themed cards. It looks like they were drawn by probably ink and quill pen.
She picked a feather off her back and started drawing.
It's not that gauche. They're definitely like feathers from maybe like one of her aunts.
I mean, I guess I can roll like a history check, I guess it is.
Yeah. History would be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a 6. 5 plus 1. He's just I don't know. They don't remind me of anything. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I know you are not customary to this region. She kind of like pockets them in. But you talked about it so eagerly. I assumed that you felt an actual beating or energy.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, just kind of like.
No,
All right. Well, is there another game you'd like to play?
No, I think I'm gonna head in and get ready for tomorrow. But I'm here if you need me. Just let me know. And then I say goodnight and I start walking.
As he's getting up, I get up and I kind of intercept him in the hallway. Her in the hallway, and I kind of put a hand up on her shoulder and
I kind of when he touches me, I'm quickly just kind of like take a step back.
I just want to say there's no luck in a rigged deck, but maybe you should believe in the gods a little more, because even luck belongs to Tamora. And I walk off.
Conversion.
I just stand there, a little awestruck.
Tamora is the goddess of luck.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
For you your character would probably know that. Just being who they are, a bard.
Siri has just recently had like the book of like all the gods given to her, and she's been having to memorize them.
Meridius, you make your way back behind the counter as this exchange is going on over in the corner. You walk up and knock on the door, and you hear, "Come in." You open the door and walk in. It's a fairly large office compared to the rooms that you guys stay in. You walk in and it's just a desk over on one end with a window behind it, and looks like a pretty comfortable little chair. Maybe a little older, but looks pretty comfortable. The desk is just cluttered with different, whatnots and things and papers. And there's like a shelf on the wall straight ahead with just different, looks like maybe pieces of memorabilia. And then there's a door to the left, at the wall to the left, that kind of leads probably to his sleeping, chambers over there. So, Meridius, what can I do for you?
Said that we're leaving in the morning to go to a town called Flint.
Yeah.
Is that the direction that their ship went?
No, not at all. I would imagine the airship went north. Flint is to the south and the west.
Would they have any knowledge or dealings about what we discussed when I arrived?
Possibly. You never know who's got different information. This guy that you said you were looking for, he probably had to come through some of these towns, so he had to have talked to someone in one of them.
If he looked the way you claimed he did, I have a feeling that there's more at stake here than just finding him.
Well, I don't have any reason to lie to you.
Well, no, but you said that you didn't get a good look at him.
Didn't get a real good look at him. Just enough where I thought you were him,
Well, we don't all look alike.
Of course not. You got that shiny trident. He didn't have that.
Well, in my race, that's one of a kind.
Yeah. Well, in my race, it would be one of a kind too, for sure.
Most tridents of my race are more of a prismarine color.
Interesting. It's hard to say. I don't know how long it'll take for you to find the information you need to find this guy, but somebody's got to have seen him.
Other
Yes.
than being your cleaner, how valued is Mordecai to you?
Mordecai's a good boy. What can I say? He came in here and, he's a little unsure of himself, but
Brett,
I
the
feel
second
like-
cutest character.
getting him out on letting him see a little bit of action. You guys might run into some gnolls or something like that.
I've seen
Something
them.
easy for you
He's
to
a-
take care of.
He's
You've
a
already
special
taken care
boy.
of one.
Well,
know-
in that regard, I made no promises, but I'll do all I can to get it back to you in one piece.
Appreciate that. I hate losing any man, regardless of his position in the guild. You are an honored bound man. I can tell that. You and me, we'll probably share a similar background in what we've experienced. These other guys, I don't take them for military men.
I would say probably only one other out of the whole group has any bearing of what that even means.
So I would appreciate it if you just kind of watch over the rest of them. They might need a little bit of order. At first, I've seen groups like this before. They clown around. They have abilities and they are strong individuals, but they don't know how to be a team. They don't know how to be a unit. They need a leader, and I think I see that in you.
I will only lead them as a group if they choose to. That's not why I'm here. I won't put myself in that position without a consensus. I haven't earned that right.
I'm sure you will.
That being said, I know nothing of your plane. Will my rank mean anything to the commander that I see when we get to the town of, or the outpost of Flint?
Probably not, but he'll see in you what I see in you. Honor-bound, military man through and through. There's a respect that we share for each other.
Then I will attempt to find more answers to the questions I seek when I get there. And I will leave you to it. And with that, I'll
Right.
turn around to walk out of the room.
There's
Very
actually
well.
something
Good
I
day.
want to do.
Yeah!
Emeritus walks out. Okay.
Rhaenyra!
Lenore, what are you up to?
So I'm waving Mordecai to come outside with me to meet me on the street grounds.
Okay.
Mordecai, come on.
Okay. Here we are. Yes.
So we're out on the street grounds. I'm going to kneel down kind of more towards his height. Look at him. Stand back up. My boots are dirty.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I am kidding you. I was just kidding. That was a joke. I really need a good drink. Where's a place to go drink?
Well, let me think here for, I've not been here a lot out of the guild thing, but there is the
Stout
There-
Rose.
the what?
The Stout
You're talking
Rose.
The Stout Rose. Okay. All right. I
Talking
was
to
going to call it
straight
the
A
Happy
kind of
Horse,
good
Happy Horse
Yeah.
Tavern or something.
Talking to the straight A kind of guy about what to drink. And where to drink.
There is the what did you say? South Rose.
Stout Rose.
Stout. There's the Stout Rose. It is about just a little walk down the street.
Wonderful. Stout is all I needed to hear. Would you care to join me on this, or if not, you're gonna have to
Oh,
clean
really?
your boots when you
I've-
go back in.
I've never been to this Stout Rose. No one's ever asked me to go.
Come with me.
Maybe there's something.
Okay.
So that's going to be really it. Just kind of us going.
No,
down to
he
the stretch road.
Mordecai
You guys
looks at her and
Spend a
goes,
little time together.
"Do you think that this dagger will be enough to protect me while we're on the road?"
I fucking love Mordecai.
Because
The
this is
dagger?
all I've. It's a little rusty, but I figure if I don't kill them outright, the tetanus will get them in like 6 months.
I just kind of laugh.
I found it. I found it off the last group that came in after they had died.
I'm surprised Mordecai didn't try to clean the knife if he left it rusty.
Well, I didn't say they had a lot of money.
Like he said, the tetanus would kill him. Oh, the dagger would be plenty. Oh, don't worry.
Okay. Then I trust you.
Very good. Oh, but just in
Mhm.
case, before we really head out, I've got some stuff that you could use, perhaps.
More
Maybe.
daggers?
If you could lift it. More like hand axes, and I'll pull them out of my boot
And
area.
I don't know if I
There's a-
can use that.
You put your hand around
Like
it
this.
and just swing it.
There's no. Can I just swing it?
Yeah.
And he just takes it and
Just
swings it at the closest wall.
Roll a strength check.
Oh, you let go of
How
it?
about an athletics check? Athletics.
Athletics check. Okay.
He's
All
facing
right.
Yuri as
Oh,
far away
God.
from the walls this time. I don't want to be attacked by other people.
All right. Athletics. Okay. Here we go.
Natural 1.
That would be a 7.
7. You swing it, it slips out of your hand, you almost tumble forward, it hits the wall, almost
I'm-
bounces back, and it lands, like, as you stumble forward, it lands into the dirt right next to your face, just ching.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
I'm
is that how
enjoying
it's
this.
supposed to go?
Close.
don't-
How about you try again? And I give him a second.
Oh, God.
And I'll pick that one off the ground
Okay.
and shake out the dirt.
Okay.
and stow it
Keep in
back.
mind, Mordecai has a strength of
Got it.
13. He's not weak. Okay,
Throw it.
here we go.
Really
Another
think about
athletics
this.
check. Here we go.
Just face the building. Please don't throw it at
That would be a 3. He's
3.
worn out. He's had a full day of cleaning through one hand axe. Now he's
Just-
trying again.
You swing it, and it slips out of your hand again, and hits the ground, and you trip, and you fall, and land on it. You don't hurt yourself, but it does hurt a little bit.
He's supposed to hurt your rib.
The alcohol will help the pain. Yeah, I'll take this back.
I will need lots of that then. Ow.
Yes. But don't worry, you'll be able to stand in the back with the papers. I'll handle the things up front.
I appreciate it.
You're a riot. I
My
enjoy having
father
you.
told me that was not much for the world, and I believe him now.
Your father sounds like a very horrible person.
Yeah, he was a real son of a bitch.
So as you're saying that, you stand up, Mordecai, and you notice that Winora, you notice a book laying on the ground that is near Mordecai there on the ground.
Oh, you dropped something.
Oh, Mordecai sees it and just grabs it out of her hand.
I
sorry.
know what that is.
So, yes, sorry, that recently came into my possession, and I've not been able to put it down, as it were.
Must be a very interesting story.
It to me, it is very interesting. To everyone else, I am not sure if it deals with a lot of let's see, doppelgangers and water deep and meteors coming out of the sky and trips to hell. It's crazy. It's very fun. Maybe one day I'll let you read it.
I look at him, I go like, now that sounds metal.
Mordecai goes, yes, metal.
Perfect. Yes, very good. Yes.
You guys continue on to the bar, probably have a lovely evening of drinking.
Oh, sure.
So,
I now do not trust one bone in Winora's body. She went after the weak link.
I took him out to drink. He needed fresh air. Poor
we're gonna
guy.
take
Been
a
working all
real
day.
quick break as everybody kind of beds down for the night and gets prepared for the adventure the next day, and we'll be right back after a quick
All right.
potty break, right?
Potty break.
Yeah,
Gotta go. I'll be back.
I thought that's what catheters were for.
All right, we're back, refreshed and renewed, ready for adventure. All right, so you guys wake up the next morning. Ziri, through the night, you have a
You
dream.
wake up with Kai just staring at you.
Stop
Just
making
staring.
jokes. He's done it before.
You have this dream
You're
where
okay.
it's not a very long dream by any means, but in the dream, you're standing in a forest and you're just looking around, and then all of a sudden you hear the caw of a bird, and you turn around and look, and you see a large black bird with a black beak just takes off and flies right past you as you kind of turn and look, and it flies off into the sky. And then you hear behind you the hoot of an owl, and you turn around and look, and now the forest, it's like snow is falling, and there's this white, snowy owl sitting on a branch, its eyes looking at you, its head just turns sideways a little bit as it blinks. And at that, you wake up.
Do I need to roll like a nature check to see what the first bird was? Because I just assume it was a crow otherwise.
It is a crow, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
crow. Yeah.
Okay. I immediately like start taking out my cards and I start doing a dissection, so I might be a little late for breakfast.
Okay. So everybody else kind of joins out in the main hall. There
I
is
want to do something Diz before I join
okay.
them.
So let me right before this, Marius. So you have your own little private rooms, which is like a little bed, not very comfortable, and like a trunk that has a lock on it, that you can kind of take the key for yourself, so you can lock your belongings up there. There is like a kitchen area that's not part of the main area, but you can get your food and take it to the main area if you like. And there is just one shared bathroom. There's quite a few showers and like toilets and stuff, but it is one shared bathroom for everyone. So as you're getting up and getting ready for your adventure, some of you might bump into each other in there and stuff. So
Of course.
all right, Meridius, what were you doing?
After I don my armor, I'm going to sit on the edge of the bed and hold my trident.
Okay.
And attempt to commune
All right.
with them to see if there's anything that they could potentially help me in some way, because I don't really truly know what direction I should be heading for the mission that's at hand.
Okay, you take out the trident and you hold it in both hands, sitting on your lap there. You kind of close your eyes and, curl your fingers around it as you let yourself kind of connect in with the trident. And what do you ask?
I mainly want to ask my father, mainly because everyone else was gone prior to the knowledge of the man that I'm looking for. And see if there's at any time he's been here, and if there's a place that I should try to focus on to go after finding the item that was stolen.
Meridius. They have never been to this plane of existence. Do not know your path before you. But you must be patient. You must trust in those around you that you find friendly. I feel that they will help you. They will come into play.
And with that, I'll let a slight tear fall and bow my head and put my trident on my back and then my shield, and then I'll walk out.
Okay.
I'm in the shower.
Is anybody else in the shower?
Ziri does not need showers.
Kai, are you in the shower?
Sure.
Come on, Kai.
Use Kai be in the shower with her, please.
It's not stalled. It's an open shower room.
Josh is like, sure.
Kai is huddled in the corner of the.
I don't know what I'm seeing. I don't know what I am seeing. Yeah, no, I'm in the shower.
The people in the priesthood never looked like this.
Wow. First of all, he's seen a woman before.
He's never seen one with a lot of scars.
No.
He's probably never seen a woman like her for sure.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Mordecai goes in. Is like, you all need me to clean it or need anything?
When he says clean it,
Doing
Kai
fine.
blushes.
I'm going to say
And I'm
no.
terribly.
So, sorry, I'll leave you alone now.
The first thing Ziri looks for when she comes out is like, is there continental breakfast and is there raw meat?
There's meat, quite a bit of meat, and there's some bread and some cheese, and a little bit of ale or water.
I assume cooked for the humanoids.
Yes, yeah.
Mordecai comes over. Is there a problem with the food? This is normally what we have out every day. Is there a problem?
I need raw meat.
Do you need raw, like not cooked?
If you could give me a whole rabbit, that would be fine.
No, I tell you what, we got off on the wrong foot. So let me see what I can do, and I'll be right back.
So you go see the cook for the guild, Thonum. He is a dwarf. He's younger. He's got a red beard and reddish hair that is just fuzzy and kind of a little bit curly. Goes down over his head, maybe a little like Mario there. Just curly and just all right there, and red, very red.
Thonum,
Mordecai, boy, what can I do for you?
The nice lady, not bird but bird-like, is wondering if we have like a whole rabbit raw or like some raw meat that you haven't cooked. Yeah, she eats just raw meat apparently.
He looks down and pulls like a rabbit out and sets it up there. Says, "She want the head on or off?" Holding a cleaver up above his head.
You
know, lop off the head and then I'll take it out to her.
Lops the head off, picks up the body, throws it over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. I am hoping that this will make her like me now. Okay, so then Mordecai grabs the rabbit, runs out, blood running everywhere, and he's like, "I'll just mop it up later."
She's already sitting down at feet, just.
Yep. So he runs. He's holding the front legs up. He runs to hey, here you go. It is one raw rabbit.
She's just
you see
sitting
Thonum
like.
lean out and said, "Put it on a plate, boy. Have you no manners at all?"
Yeah, she has a plate. She
sorry.
has an empty plate.
So he just puts it on the plate and says, there you go. Mordecai will bring you a raw rabbit.
And she looks back up at him and is like, "Where's the head?"
You. Just a minute, and then he takes off running, and then from the back you hear, Thonum, I need that rabbit head. And he grabs it by the ears.
He throws it at you.
He just all over him. He picks it up, runs it back out. He's got bloody rabbit neck and bloody shirt, and he's like, Here you go. It's my fault. I told him.
Iorna, you walk into the kitchen or the dining, like the kitchen area, about this time where Mordecai's holding this dead rabbit head.
You see the little.
Who walks in?
You do.
She sees the clawed hand.
Oh, Stanasi, sorry.
Oh, because I'm like
Sorry.
still naked then.
Okay. wrong character. Sorry. Stanasi.
Around its skull, looks at it, looks at you. Eats the eyeball.
Yeah, that seems
dear.
about right. That seems
wow.
about right.
That is
Starts digging into the flesh and the fur, and
have a good meal.
Thank you.
I'm going to go clean this off.
I want to intercept Mordecai before he goes cleaning off.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. What is Meridius?
Are you okay? You seem to be
Not-
covered in blood.
Not really. It was for her food, and then she done weird things to it, and I'm not going to be the same ever again.
So I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder. I'm gonna tell him, I know you apparently have never been out of this place prior to getting here.
No, just here in Baldur's Gate.
And I don't know how much Berkeley has told you, but I'll do my best to make sure you come back in one piece.
I appreciate it.
And then I will walk away from him and go to fix me a plate.
Thank you. Have a good breakfast.
I don't think anybody wants to sit on the table anymore. She's eating a whole rabbit piece by piece.
I'll sit down.
Mordecai
right in
is
front of her.
sick at this point.
To Kai, this is Tuesday, so
I'll sit down right in
he
front
just
of her.
walks over and sits down.
But before I came down, I would have gotten on the garments that go under your armor, and then I would have held the chest plate out with the symbol on it and said a prayer to Shantae, and then put it on, and then I'd have taken the bracer on my right hand and said a prayer to Denier and put it on. And at some point in time over the, while I was in there before I slept, I would have tried to stitch into the other bracer a face-up coin.
Oh.
And then I would have said a prayer to Mora, put it on, and then I would have taken the gauntlet with the eye on it and said a prayer to Helm and put it on, and then I would have made my way down for dinner.
She gives a hello to Meridius.
I nod and then look at her and say, last night was a little rough.
Agreed.
I don't take kindly to orders being circumvented. But at the same time, I'm in a plane that I do not know, with rules that I do not fully know. However, I will do my best to keep everyone as safe as possible, as long as I don't have to fight with inside the group as well.
I appreciate the dedication. I do not like orders being made to those who went against people I used to care for. It was a reaction. I should not have done it.
At which point I will continue eating.
I will continue eating, and it's I don't want to describe it, but it includes a lot of snapping, a lot of tearing,
and intestinal fortitude.
Yep. Sometimes the flesh comes along and it trails in a line.
With sanguine and sinew.
Mm.
So after
is there towels in this area?
You still naked?
the towels,
Because I was still
Yeah.
showering.
And wet.
yeah, Mordecai,
I'm gonna-
make sure that there's plenty of towels around you.
I'm gonna walk out, kind of where everyone else is, in the towel. Right, I'm covered up, but I am still wet from the shower.
I mean, the towels are for normal sized people, so it covers you, but
Oh,
not great.
The
not
butt flap.
much. Like I shouldn't bend over.
Don't bend over.
No, you're not.
And I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna kind of lean up on the wall. I'm bleeding. And I look over at the floor. I'm not the only one, apparently. Do any of you girls have anything?
There's just blood on her beak and down her feathers. Sure.
Oh, interesting. Thank you. Not even phased. And I'll take whatever I can to help. Because I'm assuming the ladies know what I mean. And probably so does everyone else
At which
in the
point
room.
I'll turn around and go, you should do something about that. Bleeding on the trail will not bode well for predators.
Bears can smell the menstruation.
I'm not exactly sure what she's describing. But
Let's be honest here. Only shark can smell your menstruation.
we tame sharks, so that's not a thing.
Kai is extremely uncomfortable with this
Now,
entire
stop. I
conversation.
already have the name for the episode. Quit giving me ideas.
Oh, I'll accept whatever
rags.
I can.
It's rags.
Okay.
It's sad threadbare rags.
Are they used?
You can't tell.
Okay, that's fine.
That's the thing. You can wash blood out, guys,
Yep.
and not be able to tell.
I'll take it.
You should tell Mordecai how to wash the blood off.
There's some things even Mordecai doesn't deal with.
Mordecai's gonna get
Just,
mortified if we're not careful.
Just a little bit of club soda. That's all you need.
And go in circles. Go in circles. Like from Deadwood, the movies or the TV series.
So
Anyways,
you guys,
I'm gonna go
finally,
get
What's
decent.
after breakfast, Diz?
You guys get dressed finally, and
I bring a foot for the road.
get some food, and you kind of meet in the main hall there, where Berkeley kind of gathers you together. He lays a map out on the table of Oz, and you see he points up towards the top and says, "Here we are in Mondovas." And he points near the coastline, right at the edge of the Sea of Tides. It says, just to the west of us here, this is Therabin's Run. This is the river that runs through here. You'll have to cross it. Shouldn't be too hard for you. And then you'll have to make your way down the north side of the Jericho Forest. I'd stay out of the forest. There can be some creatures that you get in there every once in a while. We usually keep it cleaned out, but I don't think I've had a crew down there in a while. Just make your way down the north side of the forest, and then once you get to the end of the forest, just go straight south, and you'll run straight into Flint. If you run into a large slope, gone too far, that's the edge of the Wagala Plains. Probably want to stay away from there.
Why?
There's a lot of knolls in that area. It can be vicious.
When you produce the map, Murray just pulls out his book and he starts sketching the map.
So sketching it down.
And then he puts his finger on the map and runs it the path he took for 38 days to get there.
Yep.
And then he draws it on his book. And when you mentioned the plains and the knolls, I was like, they're about right here. I've fought at least 3 of them. And then I closed my book and put it back in my pocket.
Well, damn.
You got the papers there, Mordecai?
Yes, they're here in my bag.
Keep them safe. And the rest of you keep him
trust
safe.
I hold up just a stack of papers from like my prayer books and stuff and go, "Are you sure they're still in your bag?"
They're right here.
Very good. I just wanted to test you. And I put my papers back.
That was not very nice.
We'll
thought
keep
it
you
was
safe.
funny.
That was not nice either.
All right, so it's about an 8-day journey down there. You got enough provisions?
I show him my foot, my rabbit foot.
Thonin can provide you with enough provisions to get you down there, and back. And like I said, if the commander down there has any jobs, feel free to take them on, and we can settle up later. Sometimes they'll have some odd jobs for a crew if they roll in. Stuff that the military guys don't like to take care of.
The woods, if we clean that out on the way as well.
I wouldn't bother with that. When you come back, if you want to take that on, feel free to. Or on your way back, feel free to stop through there.
Didn't.
But make
so
sure these papers get down there.
everyone, just so you know, it's not just gnolls in those woods or
I-
on the plains.
I was about to ask what was in the forest. We were not told.
There's
Various
a
creatures.
there's also a group. It's a brotherhood that does not look kindly on killing said individual gnolls and things. I ran into them on my journey.
How many of them did you kill?
Yeah.
I only killed one gnoll. The brotherhood stopped me from killing the other two.
Ah. And you didn't kill the Brotherhood, any of them?
The brotherhood seemed to be more one with nature. And like I said, I'm new here to this
Right.
plane, so I'm not exactly sure what the rules were.
Sure.
In my regard, the gnolls attacked me. I wanted to take them all out, but they informed me that I should not.
Interesting.
And is the other group around right now or no?
They're not.
They're not down in the area right now.
Well, a couple of them I'd say are out here. Not all of them. You looking for someone in particular?
Mm-hmm. Who's that person there?
Yep. She is over in the corner with Cran.
Okay.
Just having some food.
Okay. I'm eating over in that corner with those things.
Okay.
Oh.
But has everybody had their breakfast?
Yeah.
I turned to Mordecai.
I'm not very hungry, so I'm good to go whenever everyone else is.
Have you
Does he
eaten
have
at all,
more rabbits?
Mordecai?
I will eat later. Sometimes I'm not much of a breakfast person.
You need to get a more fortified stomach there, buddy.
I start to hand him my foot, and I actually mean it genuinely. Like I'm helping him.
Mordecai looks over. I appreciate the offer, but I am truly fine. I'll eat something as we go. I've got some jerky.
She opens up her pocket, and you see a little rat tail sticking out.
I have some maybe more suitable rations for you if you need them. As
Mordecai.
well.
Thank you. I will ask if I get hungry. Thank you.
Mordecai, you should eat. After last night, your dagger is rusty. And I kind of wink.
I just like.
I will. I have my jerky, and I will eat it as we go.
Jerky and a rusty dagger, huh? Sounds about right.
Yes, careful. He's crazy.
Rican, did you just say jerk and a rusty dagger?
Jerky and a rusty dagger.
More great names to this session.
We're just,
we're just
that's
setting
it.
them up.
These are all going to be
we have our
in 10 to 20 sessions.
Seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 10 to 20 sessions. These are all just going to be callbacks.
Shall we be on our way then?
Let's go. And I'll walk near Elreal.
You guys head out, and you kind of walk out.
Before we head out, I call Stanasi from the corner because she's not anywhere near.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's
Okay. All right. So I give I shake Cran's hand, and give a little hug to the other person.
okay.
Give her a little whisper.
She kind of pats you on the arm. Wishes you good luck.
Jerry thinks to himself, "Aren't we supposed to be competing with them?"
So you guys head out, and you make your way. You're kind of in the north district of the city, and you make your way down through the merchants district, and you head out the southern gate known as the Char Gate. And as you make your way out into the kind of the living quarters, and there's some vendors out here as well. It's called the Spirit Horn. This community out here on the outside of the southern wall. There's a road that kind of leads down through there, and you kind of cut across because there's another road that leads to the farmlands and off to the west. Yeah, I don't think you see anybody that you would know at this point, and you kind of just make your way through, dusty little roads, meager houses. By no means are they just like run down completely, but they are definitely of less quality than the houses inside the walls. You make your way south, and it takes you. Pull the map back up. Within like half of the day, you come to the river, and at this point, there is probably like a ferry there, and you can either try to swim across, or you can pay the guy 1 copper piece each to ferry yourself across.
Can I just?
Or you could fly if you could fly.
I opt to swim across.
All right, Meridius.
Ziri moves her backpack and flutters out her wings and starts really beating hard to get up.
Impressive.
Is there a high place I can jump off of and then start to glide?
No, pretty flat area here.
Then I'm gonna go on.
Mordecai pays the copper.
I'll pay the copper.
I too pay the copper.
All right, anybody riding on pay the copper? Meridius, roll an athletics check with advantage, as the river is kind of rough through here, but
Add 20.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
it's to be expected. All right, so you just easily jump in. Before you think he should be out the other side, he already pops out.
Yeah.
Like dolphin pops out, and
How
lands
fast?
on his feet on the other side.
Can I estimate his swim speed while I'm flying?
Make an intelligence check, I guess.
Okay. Damn, that's a 21.
Yeah. So how fast can you swim there? Yeah.
I have 30-foot movement in water or land.
Okay.
So he moves as fast on land or in water as he does on land. So
could I technically beat him with 50-foot movement?
you could. Yeah.
I mean, I rolled a nat 20, so could she really?
You did.
Will?
Well, she does. She is faster, just straight out. So.
I know.
I
was just trying to get some extra perks, dude.
Yeah. The 20 got you the hero landing on the other side. So.
Style
you look pretty
points.
awesome.
So I got the Shamu rising out of the water and just landing on the other side.
Yeah, so you go up a little bit, you would still beat him, but by mere seconds. It's not fast because you do have to fly up just a little bit to get off. Off
Yeah,
the ground,
I have to position myself pretty well.
Yeah. Everybody else pays the copper, so deduct that from your character sheet. And
How much copper makes a gold?
10?
Same question.
It's actually 10. No, it's 10.
Makes a gold.
Yeah.
10 silver makes a gold.
Yeah, 10 silver
copper
makes
makes
a gold.
silver, so it would be 100
Yes.
copper making one
I'm
gold.
sorry. Did you say gold? Yeah, 100. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, so I have 99 left. Of
It
that
goes
then.
in measures of 10 up. Yes.
Yeah. Except for Electrum.
Yeah, Electrum
Electrum
doesn't exist in my world.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's not used as currency because I don't like fractions in D&D. So.
I like to keep my math simple. Simple maths.
All right. So you guys, by the end of the first day, you get to the edge of the Jericho Forest. Do you guys want to push on from there, or do you want to camp?
Are there any walls here that we need to climb over?
There's no walls. It's just flat plains and
Have
do
the
I get to
walls
show
already
my
been knocked down?
Nice Jericho joke right there.
So, what are we camping for the night then?
Yeah, do you want me to scout ahead or?
I'm sure.
If you scout ahead, you're going to push past the normal day of travel, and you could risk exhaustion. Just so you know.
No, I just mean like 30-minute like flyby around our area to make sure.
Oh, you're just going to scout the area.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm fine with putting up a camp and holding it for the night.
And we're saying
And I'll
that's
take
a-
first watch.
That's an 8-hour day of travel.
That's probably about a 8-hour day of travel. Yep.
So we still got a few hours before nighttime then.
Yeah,
Before,
probably.
Like actual go.
Yeah.
Can I go on a hunt?
You can.
Ooh, can Zeri join you?
If Ziri can keep up with me stealth.
So, because we're kind of short on time, we will come back to the hunting. We'll say that you do it, but you know what you actually come back with and stuff like that. We'll actually address that next time. So I'll make a note here.
Because I would like some extra rations myself.
Okay.
I would share whatever I bring back.
She
We
has
will
good
note
guy.
that, and we will come back. I do like kind of going back in time to address things anyway in storytelling. So
Yeah.
so we'll just do the first night of watch. So who's watching?
I can go first, or you can go first if you
We
want.
can both do it. We have a lot
Okay.
of players.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I have dark vision.
I have dark vision.
Yeah.
I
I
do have
too
dark
have
vision.
dark vision.
Oh, do you?
I also have dark vision.
We all have dark vision.
Yeah.
Let's all do it at the same time.
That defeats the
I
purpose.
will take third watch.
Okay, third watch.
I'll take second watch.
All
I'll
right,
take second
so
watch with Stanasi.
So first watch, if there's two of you, then you can either just roll individually. You have one individually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Nah, that's not good. It almost landed on a 20.
Nice.
Uh,
What am I adding?
your perception, right?
Just perception.
You should-
Are we assuming that Kai is also with Ziri doing first watch?
I'll do last
'cause
watch
I've got a,
nobody called that.
I've got a 4.
I got an 11.
Yay! I probably should use roll
4.
20.
You did what? You got a 4 and an 11
I got an 11. I
for your
still-
perception.
I
Yep.
got an 8.
I rolled a
Goodness.
2.
All right. So as Kai, you're sleeping,
Can I get
right?
advantage if I fly?
No.
Wait, do I have advantage on any of this stuff? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Perception.
yet.
Really hard to
So as you guys are looking around, you kind of get to talking a little bit, and maybe get a little distracted.
Yeah, I've got
'cause
cramps
Ziri,
right now, okay?
You're interested in this large female warrior. You haven't seen anybody like this before. Maybe you have a lot of questions for her, and you start asking. You don't hear until it's almost too late. An arrow fly from behind.
get. Yay!
I catch it because I'm a monk. No, I'm just kidding.
What's changed?
Okay. I go ahead and
Just kidding.
touch oh my gosh, what's Wynora's shoulder?
Why no?
Yeah.
All right. So
I say,
first,
pick them up and I cast.
before you do anything, we've got that is a 20 to hit on Ziri.
Yep.
It
Yeah,
hits.
right.
Okay.
Oh my.
Big rip.
Yeah, I
So
mean
that
I am
is-
the burb.
Way to go. Want to be a
Do you have the
know-it-all,
word?
And you get shot.
Ooh, that's not great damage. That's only 3 points. Hold on. Is that right? Yeah, 3 points of piercing damage
Okay.
as an arrow just kind of strikes you and kind of cuts across your right arm. And as you turn around, you see these little red eyes
Oh shit.
just in the tree line. You see two pairs, maybe 3. Then the third one's gone, and then you see maybe some more over here.
Yeah.
And then you hear something go.
Hmm. Hmm.
I will say stay close to me and I cast emboldening bond onto both of us.
Perfect.
Okay, so emboldening bomb. Okay.
Yep, it's my unity feature. I can pick 2 people and connect them as long as they're within 30 feet of each other, we get special abilities.
Would
Like
any
that.
So-
of us woken up to the howl?
I'm pretty
What's
sure.
What's
we'll
your
let it out.
passive? What's your passive perceptions?
11.
16.
15.
After I see the arrow, I'll probably yell
12,
for everyone to get up.
11.
Yeah, wake him up.
And if you made any noise if you got shot, I don't know.
So
Yeah, shrieks.
So
Yeah.
anybody with higher than a
Wake up!
anybody with a passive perception of 6 or higher wakes up. Okay.
Everyone.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
So
awake.
everyone,
Awake.
everyone
Awake.
wakes up, and as you wake up, you look, you kind of raise up, and you see Ziri, her arm is bleeding, and you see Wynora pulling off of her it's a warhammer,
Warhammer.
right?
And we
Yeah.
have a weird, like, blue glow around us.
A
And I think
weird
it's-
blue glow,
Yeah.
and that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Ooh.
Stop it! Ah!
No.
So we're gonna start next time with a little bit of combat
I
action.
don't get to do the sneaky sneaks.
I'm sorry.
No, we kind of got a late start, so
Yeah.
we'll end it there, and we'll pick this up 2 weeks from now, which I think will be on
Dang
the
it, Russ.
the 3rd of January.
Ooh,
So,
This has
Guess
2
what?
weeks to get better internet.
I have that day off.
Woo!
so
Here we
Russ,
go.
get your internet fixed. 2 weeks.
But we all get to level up before then?
not yet. No.
Oh,
Oh!
It's not the milestones anymore. Ah!
Diz,
You
we
got-
we never
I
did
would s-
cover about the my spirit points.
Yes. Yeah. We will talk about that probably off stream,
Okay.
and there's a lot of
Spirit
stuff that I
point?
need to read up on and review. So 2 weeks will give me plenty of time to kind of catch up on some of these mechanics.
Because
of the
that
game,
that'll
so.
determine a big deal about what happens in this fight.
It will, yeah. So we will definitely talk about that off stream.
Okay.
And so hopefully everyone enjoyed it. And if you see this later on YouTube, come back and watch us as we continue on. Last campaign lasted for 4 years. I expect this one to last at least that long, probably. So,
I love this character.
see you guys in 2 weeks. And I don't have a catchphrase, so see you later.
Wash your rusty daggers.
One rusty dagger.
They make you bleed.